thought we'd take today to get a first look at SALT from Acustica Audio. What is SALT? It appears to be an EQ plugin, more or less 5 bands with a high pass and a low pass filter. However, upon further inspection, what you'll see is right above each EQ section here, there is a switchable model that is showing 3 different names. We have gold, sand, and we have pink. Gold is based off of Neve, sand is based off of SSL, and pink is based off of API. SALT is an EQ that gives you the big 3 switchable per band. And I think that's pretty clever, because sometimes you want what gold offers on the mid-range. Like, gold really gives you that in your face, like it's very strong in its color. Sand is a little bit more radio-esque, I guess you could say, right? So you may want to choose that for your low band, right? So it's a little flexible. It's a little different than what you would normally get. And again, this is convolution based, so it's not algorithmic based, right? Of course, now we do have these 3 preamps, right, in a non-ultra and an ultra mode. Over here, you do get oversampling for the plugin in and of itself. Moving on, we have the trim, which pushes more into the plugin, right? Which means you get more of the harmonic saturation. The output, we have a lovely bypass button, which is always useful for Acustica Audio plugins because of the nature of the plugins. You got a monitoring section, left, right, standard, mid, side, and delta. Of course, the bands themselves. Now in the middle, you have essentially three bands. So let's go back to gold here. Let's just take a look at what we have. So they're not the same bands. They appear to have some overlapping frequencies. This goes up to 3.2. So we have 3.2 here. So there is some overlap here. This goes down to, what is that? 360, I believe it is. Yep, so there's some overlap between the bands, right? Now, we do have here the ability to change the function of the plugin to mid and side, or straight up the middle as left and right. And then we have an actual pan knob over here to the right, left and right. There is a high pass and a low pass filter that is included with the plugin. However, the high pass and low pass is not, you can't change which type of EQ that you're selecting different than the low shelf and the high shelf, right? So the middle ones are more of a bell, and then with the, with the changeable Q, the ones on the outside are shelves, right? So they don't have a Q function. It's simply select the frequency you want, and from that frequency, in this case the low shelf, that frequency and below, it will raise that area, and vice versa with the high shelf, right? And then we have over here a number of hyper modes. Now, I'm going to have to read the manual on these, right? Because I'm not completely sure what this even means. Hyper equalizer, we got hyper equalizer economy, then we got hyper equalizer digital and digital 2x. So let's take a look at the manual and find out what those functions are. All right, so looking through the manual here, here we go. All right, so the equalization mode. So hyper equalizer mode 0 is an equalizer similar to our standard EQs. It has a FIR, which is finite impulse response component, to adjust the transient response to be as close as possible to that of the original machine. Essentially, it seems that the result obtained is an EQ similar to our classic traditional ones, but with hyper technology. All right. Hyper EQ Eco is a digital mode where a FIR approach has not been used. This reduces power consumption but increases phase issues at high frequencies and is less faithful to the original equalizer. Both this mode and the previous one accurately reproduce only the sampled frequencies, so they are not very precise in representing the intermediate frequencies between those sampled. So there's an interpolation that goes on that the Eco one is not the best choice for. All right. Hyper EQ Digital, this mode on the other hand allows for continuous representation of all frequencies of the machine and also corrects all artifacts present in the original EQ. Interesting. Therefore, if you set +5 decibels of gain with this mode, it is truly 5 decibels. However, in this mode, the shape of the original machine is retained. And then we have the 2X. Since even the previous mode may have some artifacts at high frequencies, especially when working with high sample rates, this fourth mode is like the previous one, but with 2 times oversampling. Clearly, this comes with higher power consumption. Now, here's a suggestion that they offer. Use the hyper mode, the first one, for tasks where you want to keep power consumption low and where very high precision is not required. Use the digital 2 times mode, the last one, for situations that demand greater precision, especially at high frequencies. Now, I'm gonna have to let that mull through my brain a little bit. I won't even pretend like I'm fully grasping it, but just from the quick perusing of this, the digital one is more accurate, especially at higher sample rates. The regular one is as close to the original hardware as it can get. And then everything in between is a toss-up between everything else, right? So, what I decided, instead of trying to build a whole new record, I just decided to take all of what we did with Mystic, and even though this doesn't have a compressor on it, go through the buses this time and see if we can do something with the thing, right? So I have SALT on the drum bus, I have it on the music bus, I have it on the vocal bus, on the hook bus, and on the verse bus. With that being said, let's dabble with this thing. Now, I haven't really used it yet, so you guys are gonna discover some things about it, perhaps, in this video, right along with myself. All right, so we'll start with the master and then we'll work our way back. Then we'll choose gold. All right, I already hear something coming through. Back off a little bit. Turn the ultra on. Aha. So we're starting to get that hyper pre tech kicking in, where you can hear the saturation and the breakup. Right about there. All right, not a lot of difference between gold and sand. Let's get extreme with it. Curious. We're listening to the delta. There is a little difference. So gold is definitely doing more than sand, than pink. Interesting. That reminds me of the API punch. All right, let's get back to it. Interesting. I'm liking pink right now. All right, so the EQs. Let's start with the shelf. Okay. Now I'm a little curious because I see something here that I don't know if I've seen that or paid it any attention before. There's some, okay, hold on. I'm just now seeing this. What am I looking at here? There are numbers. Now this is the gold. So if I choose sand, okay, so that's different. And pink is not like that, but gold is. What are these additional numbers that are floating around here? So let's find out what that is, because I don't know what that is. So here it says that the low shelf and high shelf frequencies indicate the filter turnover frequency in the digital domain, and the additional blue frequency values on the GUI also represent the analog notation of their respective hardware EQs. These were added to aid in matching with the original units. If that is correct, then this is supposed to represent 15 kilohertz. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I think I get that. All right, let me go ahead to the low pass. Now what I've been doing lately is dropping things right at 40. Okay. So this is the master again. So if I'm not mistaken, to the right is narrow, to the left is wide. Okay. Now this is a mix EQ, so you kind of wouldn't use it like this, but there are no rules in audio. If it sounds good, it is good. All right. Take a listen at pink. Let's do the extreme again. Yeah, I could have it backwards. At any rate, so let's switch between this one and gold. And okay, that's a little different. Frequencies are different as well. So this is 1032 and sand, it's 1041. That definitely has a different feel to it, doesn't it? And then 1046. Of course, we're being extreme with it just so we can get an idea. All right. I'm gonna turn our low pass on and bring it just right about there. Before. All right, so we'll leave that there for now. Let's go over to the drum bus and let's choose my favorite, sand. And then I'm gonna actually choose sand for everything here. Okay, I'm gonna carve a little bit of 240 out. Interesting. Would help if I had it unbypassed with me. Oh wow, okay, that was way too much then. Now I'm curious because it's not okay. I thought it was maybe copying some parts, but I bypassed them all independently. So mid-rangey stuff here. And our music bus, I'm gonna turn our high pass on. Go with pink this time. And a little bit down in the 250 range here as well. So we just moved out some of that right there. Move some of that, not a lot. All right. Now, that top end, let's be extreme with this. All right. And then let's grab pink for our preamp, turn the ultra on. Okay. All right, so now we're on the hook. for doing that. Alright, let's make sure it's unbypassed. Interesting. Well, it definitely opened it up. Let's see here. Now, let us turn on the oversampling. I'm going to bypass all of these for right now. Okay. Nice. All right, and then we're going to add salt to the lead vocal. Me and this vocal got a love-hate relationship, boy. Now, I'm gonna actually put Mystic back on here because I want to use its compressor. Very effective without destroying it, right? I mean, we had 350. I don't know how steep the filters are. Instead, try it here. So what was that, 350? Okay, that's a little steeper.
It's nothing that can start the light and shine upon the path of love we see, and our souls combine to find the harmony.
A little bit of mid-range.
We need to be
there. A little bit of smile at the top.
There is nothing in our way, nothing in the way. If the time is right,
oh my.
There is nothing that can start the light and shine upon the path of love we see.
That growl.
And our souls combine to find the harmony.
Yes.
We need to be without love to find. There is nothing in our way, nothing in the way. If the time is right, there is nothing that can start the light and shine upon the path of love we see.
Oh my.
And our souls combine to find the harmony. We need to be without love to find. There is nothing in our way, nothing in the way. If the time is right, there is nothing that can start the light and shine upon the path of love we see.
Yes.
And our souls combine to find the harmony. We need to be without love to find. There is nothing in our way, nothing in the way. If the time is right, there is nothing that
All right, I'm gonna stop here. Listen, this is just the beginning with this one. So I just had a thought of just really sitting here and dialing in a kind of a speed run manner. Just go at it and just mix the record just like that, right? I'm getting a little long-winded here, but that's what I'm getting from SALT. It's light on the CPU, quite flexible. You get some saturation in here. You do get some harmonic content from the channels that were sampled. And yeah, if you spread this across your tracks, and it'll be like having a conventional console without the compressor on every track. And sometimes you just don't need to have a compressor on every track, but EQ on every track is always a good thing, right? That just allows you to help things come together. Outside of that,